She walked into the gleaming glass doors of the regional airlines headquarters wearing her full pilot uniform, her cap tucked neatly under one arm and a calm determination in her eyes. Captain Naomi Brooks had logged over 6,000 flight hours, flown both commercial and military aircraft, and carried a reputation for being one of the best in the skies. But none of that mattered the moment she walked into that lobby. The receptionist, a young man distractedly tapping away at his keyboard, glanced up at her briefly and then said with a dismissive tone, "Ma'am, deliveries go around the back." Naomi blinked, stunned. "I'm not making a delivery," she said slowly. "I'm here to report for the captain's briefing. I'm flying Flight 482 to Chicago." The man raised an eyebrow, visibly confused. "Wait outside," he said, not even checking her ID badge. "This area is for staff only." "I am staff," she replied, her voice calm but firm. "I'm the captain." At that moment, a few other employees walked into the lobby, all in uniform white men, with captain bars gleaming on their shoulders. The receptionist greeted them with smiles and quick words of welcome. No one asked them to wait outside. No one mistook them for delivery people. Naomi stood there, watching the subtle but crushing weight of what had just happened. And she'd had enough? She didn't raise her voice. She didn't protest. She simply turned and walked out of the building straight to her car. She pulled out her phone and opened her email app. For months, she'd been documenting every slight, every instance of subtle and not-so-subtle discrimination from this airline. Denied promotions, being skipped for long-haul international assignments, snide remarks from coworkers about diversity hires, and now this but Naomi wasn't just any pilot. What the airline didn't know was that she had powerful connections, aviation lawyers, equal employment watchdogs, media outlets always looking for the next viral story of injustice. And she was done staying quiet, within 2 hours, her story complete. With the audio she'd recorded of the receptionist's comments was in the inboxes of 3 major news outlets. Within 4, it was on social media and spreading like wildfire. #Captain Naomi began trending on X. By the end of the day, national news was covering the incident with the headline, "Veteran black female pilot told to wait outside by her own airline." The airline's PR department scrambled. They issued a bland apology filled with corporate speak. "We regret any misunderstanding and are conducting an internal review." But it was too late. The damage had been done. What Naomi did next stunned everyone. Rather than just filing a complaint, she launched a legal investigation with the help of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. She revealed a trove of documents showing patterns of discrimination within the company. Emails where higher-ups joked about checking the diversity box, records of promotions bypassing qualified women and people of color, and HR complaints that were never resolved. Whistleblowers came out of the woodwork. Former employees, current staff who had remained silent, even a few co-pilots who had watched Naomi be sidelined despite her unmatched skill, now they were speaking up. Lawsuits were filed. Federal regulators began an official probe. The Department of Transportation opened an inquiry. The CAO tried to play damage control, offering Naomi a formal apology and a promotion opportunity, which she publicly and gracefully declined. "I didn't want your apology," she said. In a TV interview, "I wanted your respect." Shareholders started pulling out. The airline's stock plummeted. Big partners began reconsidering contracts. Then came the final blow. Several unions representing flight crews and airport workers announced they would no longer work with the airline unless meaningful structural changes were made. Within 3 months, the company that once told Naomi Brooks to wait outside was facing bankruptcy proceedings. But Naomi, she didn't disappear. She went on to found her own aviation mentorship, nonprofit for women of color looking to enter the field. She became a keynote speaker across the country, advocating for accountability and systemic change in industries that remained blind to their own biases. And she never forgot that moment in the lobby, the moment she realized she was no longer going to wait for a seat at someone else's table. She was going to build her own runway and take off, asterisk, the sky. After all, belonged to her too, asterisk, asterisk.